Hi, this is Joelle, and I'm the Viberarian. I am here to elevate, enlighten, and empower. I'm undertaking that for myself, and I come on YouTube to share that with you in hopes that you too will find something that uplifts you on this journey, because we are truly all connected as we are elevating the frequency of our planet. I'm so excited because it is birthday season. I'm a Libra and I'm surrounded by Libras. Like my core group of friends are all like 5 Libra friends. So we've been having our celebrations week by week, weekend by weekend, day by day since Libra season really started. And it's so interesting because people say that Libras really are very good gift givers because they are able to pay attention and have like an innate knowledge of how to balance people. And so we use that skill when we try to find ways to acknowledge people. And so I always love exchanging and giving gifts during this time because it's just so delightful. We all know each other so well. It's also interesting because this year it seems like there is a theme. I connected with a young brother a few weeks ago, just at the beginning of Libra season. Connected with him. He was going through an awakening, and his girlfriend actually gifted him with an Akashic Records reading for his birthday. And ironically, I had gifted my best friend with an Akashic record reading, and she gifted me with an Akashic record reading. So it looks like there is an energy that is supporting the exploration of self through the Akashic records. And of course, as the Viberarian, I am very deeply connected with tapping into the living library that is contained within each of us, and bringing that knowledge forth in the unique ways that we are able to express. But what's super cool is that we are reaching out to connect with a person who I've subscribed to for many, many years on YouTube. The channel is Modern Galaxy, and the gentleman behind this force is Todd Bryson. And as I said, I've subscribed to Todd for years. One thing that I've always appreciated about him is that he was bringing in these beautiful messages around crop circles. And I've always had a curiosity and a love of the whole crop circle phenomenon. And he's been posting channelings and updates for years, as I said, but he's launched more fully into providing this guidance on accessing the Akashic records. He's bringing forth wisdom on his channel from the Akashic records, and has a variety of ways that he is supporting each of us as we seek to connect ourselves to our Akash. So we kind of all had this same idea. I'm not sure where the brother got his Akashic reading from, but what I wanted to do today is share a little bit with you about Todd and the work that he's doing through what I'm experiencing. And what is very interesting is that he recently posted, like yesterday, posted his latest Pleiadian update. Now, one of the messages that I have had in my queue that I want to share from the readings that I've been doing from the Lemurian Starchild Oracle was a card that popped out at me. Like I was trying to put the cards up, and this one literally like stuck itself, and I couldn't pick it up until I looked at it. And when I looked at it, it is rising to Pleiadian frequencies. All right. And it says sacred bond, healing clears space for higher energies. So I'm actually going to tap in and read the guidance that was for this card at the end of this little message. But what I wanted to share first, let me share screen with you, is on his YouTube channel. This is Modern Galaxy, and you'll notice he has 88.8 thousand subscribers, 88888, and all versions of that have been coming through very strongly in the synchronicities in the last 72 hours or so. I would say definitely driving yesterday, I can't even remember how many eights I saw, and I've got eights on accounts and eights on notifications. So of course that is about bringing down the infinite flow of as above, so below, connecting with that infinite source of our connection to embody the 5D energy within the 3D plane. I mean, there's so much teaching about eights and abundance and all of that. So his latest update is the Pleiadian Ascension update, which you'll see here, for 1.4 thousand views 14 hours ago. My birthday is on the 14th. So 14 is always a beautiful synchronicity for me. I see 14 or 41. I know that I'm dialed in to the right timeline and the flow of my life. And of course, 14 is a 5, and this card is a 5. So in his latest update, Todd was sharing a beautiful teaching. I will definitely put a link to the full thing here below in the description box. But in his latest update, I just want to share with you a few seconds of what he's sharing, and I'll be tying that into my own life in the last 24 hours here.
You know, this was a few days ago. Earlier in the day, I was communicating with my guys and I asked them, you know, how do you see us? What is your perspective? How do we look on your end walking around in these suits? And the response I got was very direct and very simple and, you know, very profound. They said to me, how do you feel when you go outside and look at the stars? And I go, you know, I'm in awe. I see potential. I see endless possibilities. I see love and compassion and experience and everything that makes up reality as we know it. You know, and their response was, well, that's exactly how we see you. When we are looking at you, we are in awe. We see the profound potentials. We see a well of experience, and we see endless possibility. But most importantly, we see you with love, compassion, and zero judgment. And, you know, that was appreciated. That was feedback.
All right. So in the rest of his reading, he shares a beautiful story that I will pick up here and just go forward with. And it relates to his son and about the experience of through the eyes of a child seeing the night sky and the solar, the stars in the sky for the first time. And there's so much beauty in the teaching that he talks about, this intimate experience of parenting, and then of course recognizing the light in his son, and the whole idea of looking up at the stars and the sky as a way of connecting. Well, we in our group did a gift exchange on Monday. And my nephew, my best friend's son, who I call my nephew, Jet, is very tied into stars and planets and has been since he was very, very young. It's been like really amazing to watch. He loves Jupiter. Jupiter is his guy, like it is a person to him. And he has a whole family of little fur babies, I guess you would call them, little plushies that are based on the solar system and the planets. And every year TT gives him a new addition to his solar system, but he is deeply into the science of the planets and can like give huge facts about how many moons and whether something is a planet or a dwarf. I mean, and at 10 years old, it's like amazing to see how connected he is to space. So one of the things that he gave me for my birthday is a mug that says, I need some space. Okay. Yes, I need some space. I need both space to expand out into the universe, somewhere to explore. Also, we've all been going through this exercise with the pandemic of having more space in our reality for things because other things have been removed from it. But part of the other thing that he gave is this beautiful little plaque for in my office, give me space, right? And here again is this star the shooting star. And of course, the star card is all about healing in the tarot. Okay, so also stars are very, moon and sun as stars are also very significant to me. I was raised and have roots in Kansas, and the motto of Kansas is to the ad astra per aspera, and it's to the stars through difficulties. So there's so much here in this star symbolism. And I love that leading up to my reading, that this is something that the Pleiadians were connecting him with in terms of the wonder that we experience when we see the stars, the wonder that is seen by those beings in the universe that are loving and benevolent at us, and seeing our inner star, our inner light, and our journey into the most expansive possibilities that we can have. So I'm really excited. This evening is going to be the readings. My best friend and I have readings booked back to back. And so I'm so excited to see what guidance is going to come through. I love having opportunity to receive messages through other high vibe conduits, because it will allow me to have communication that I may not be fluent in the language of that communication. And so to me, it's a way to add on to the messages and the conversation that my guides are having with me, to connect with someone who has a specialty practice, especially like Akashic records and things of that nature, to be able to lead me and get me timely information that will be helpful to me in my now moment. Now, for those of you who may not had an Akashic record reading before, let me share with you a little bit more. Also, this is Todd's website, Todd Bryson online, toddbrysonlive.com. And you can contact him for a reading or other services that he offers. He does have a monthly subscription plan that you can join. I'm not a member, but I think my friend is, that you can join to get all kinds of activations and things throughout the month that are in addition to the free content that he puts on YouTube. So one of the things of an Akashic record reading, he has here to say, access wisdom from your guides, ancestors, and the masters who exist there. Request clarity on activating spiritual gifts and multidimensional technology. Clear karmic ties that no longer serve us. Heal self-worth and emotional imbalances. Identify energy thieves, beliefs, judgments, and old programming that no longer serves you, and unlock creative potential. So I'm really excited. That's pretty much my understanding of being able to tap into the Akash, is that we have been all things, and I had all experiences as a unified spark, having individualized experiences. So to be able to navigate through that universe soul library, especially to connect in with my incarnational experiences themselves, and through my ancestors' incarnational experiences, to bring forth that wisdom, is very, very exciting to me. So without continuing too much further, I do want to share with you this rising in Pleiadian frequencies. Now, this deck, as I explained in the reading before, is very complex. It's got like a whole system of how you can tap in. And this particular guidance comes from the Cosmic Insight chapter. And so starting with that, we have here. Oh, we have Metatron's cube. Beautiful sacred geometry and activation in this. And we're talking about wisdom, magic, the divine, and the seven sisters of the Pleiades. So I am very much connected with the number 7. For me, it's one of the indicators of the divine feminine, bringing forth messages. I've been very connected with 7 throughout my life, which is really cool that it winds up aligning on a bigger level. So here we say, The Pleiadians remind me of my source vibration, the cosmic heart source, to clear old energy and old wounds. Pleiadian beings of light are reaching out to connect to us in a space of love and truth, to make themselves known again. Enter into their vibration to be lifted up to a higher reality, a dimension of peace and healing. This card has come because you are ready to be nurtured by the activation of your cosmic remembrance. You have the ability to access your Akashic records so that you can remember your natural affinity with the Pleiadians from times before their information became suppressed. Allow the Pleiadians to raise your vibration to bring in light codes which transmute your DNA. They attune the vessel for the human of light to walk on the new earth, just like they facilitated the Lemurians of Eden. Many participated in the divine plan of bringing the Lemurian heaven on earth. The Pleiadians were welcomed into Lemuria in etheric dreamtime before its physical manifestation. They brought their consciousness in the Lemurian realm, which was a very joyful event, a celebration of light. The Lemurians were infused with cosmic love, with light language of creation. This set a series of events in motion so that heaven could descend onto earth. The Pleiadians brought great wisdom to the Lemurian consciousness, a crystallization of the divine plan. They knew how a physical vessel for the human of light could be created because they once walked the same path. The Pleiadians were once star-seeded themselves by other star races. They were in much joy to pass on the divine knowledge of activating the physical body. The Pleiadians and the Lemurians gave each other much faith in the starseed process. In divine synchronicity, the Pleiadians and other star beings came to Earth to prepare for Lemuria. They cleared old energy from earlier civilizations and created beautiful vortices of energy and space for elemental beings and elves. Many beings helped to prepare for the upcoming evolutionary leap. The Arcturians raised the vibration of the planet. The Elven ones created divine structures within nature in cooperation with the Syrians to prepare for welcoming Earth environment. Many animals, plants, and minerals emerged to complement and welcome the prospective Lemurians. The Pleiadians then started to activate the DNA of the humans, offering them divine encodements. Many star children were born, and the Lemurians needed time to adjust to their physical form. At times, they were so excited to be in a human body that their etheric vibration blew their own fuses. Can you feel the bond you have with the Pleiadians? Pleiadians and humans are like parent and child in a process of passing on divine wisdom. The Lemurians always have a psychic bond with Pleiadians. They can call on them to clear energy and bring in cosmic healing. You have this bond as well, a sacred connection of frequency healing. You have this bond as, you have this bond as well, a sacred connection of frequency healing, which exists on a personal and a collective level. One day, the human children of light might surpass the evolution their star parents, the Pleiadians, had in this divine plan. The Lemurians stabilized their journey into form, supported by their bond with the Pleiadians, and manifested the physical Lemuria. The Pleiadian DNA catalyzed their spiritual evolution of the Lemurians. In a stepping up in vibration, this process allowed more spiritually evolved beings to come in from the ethers. In this way, the vibration was raised in steps until this work was no longer necessary and the bond between the human and Pleiadians remained. Would you like to strengthen this bond to support you in your ascension with frequency healing and clearing? In the course of history, much of the Pleiadian DNA was deactivated in the service of egoic agendas. In the current ascension, the Pleiadian DNA is activated once again, and the Pleiadians would like to support you in this process. Call in the Pleiadians to receive their great love and healing. Okay. There's several pages of then affirmations and meditation that you can do. I think 3 pages of healing things you can do provided in this book. And then the affirmations at the end is that I am receiving Pleiadian guidance and healing. I open to Pleiadian light language. Wow, this is awesome. I am so excited to see what is going to happen. And I will definitely do a follow-up with my experience, of course, with Todd's permission, because as a practitioner, he has asked that we not share from our readings without letting him know, as these are, of course, our private spirit one-to-one communication as well. But I'm very much looking forward to actually connecting with him and for this gift that is aligned with my solar return and something that I could also pass on. I'm just super excited to be able to experience this with one of my soul sisters as well. I am going to do an In the Cards reading with the Galactic Heritage cards. I have not actually even shuffled this deck yet. I've been reading through the materials because it is one of those intense decks. So my follow-up in the cards in the next few days is going to be from this particular deck, and I'll do a review and we'll see what other galactic energies and messages want to come in behind all of this that's currently downloading. So thank you for joining me for just this moment, and I wish you just beautiful exploration as you explore the space of yourself and to go beyond into the stars through difficulties that you may journey back up into the higher realms. I will talk with you soon. Namaste.